Hello there. This is Scott Dikkers of howtowritefunny.com, #1 New York Times bestselling author, founder of theonion.com. So I want to talk in this video about the source of all humor. And I'm not going to be all clickbaity and delay the answer to this question. The source of all humor is very simple. It's subtext. Okay, it's what is the hidden meaning of whatever humor is being presented that is being communicated through the humor. And all humor has subtext. Even the most unsophisticated humor has some subtext. And that is a secret message that's communicating something that's not being spoken in the actual words of the joke or in the humor. Or if it's physical comedy, if it's some sort of madcap, like a pratfall, something like that, the subtext is a little more nuanced, but it's usually something like, this person is clumsy, or we can all relate to the feeling of falling. We've all felt pain before. We've all fallen before, so we relate to that. So that's the source of all humor. So someone wrote to me and asked a question about subtext, wondering if I could address it. The question is, in your books, you seem to emphasize the importance of having subtext first and then creating concepts and jokes with that subtext as the kernel. That is one way to write jokes, where you start with subtext and then you put it through one of the 11 funny filters to come out with something funny at the other end. That's one of 3 methods that I use, that I describe in How to Write Funny. The question is, what if you have been given the topic on which you need to write, such as funny ad copy for a specific product or content, or for a blog that already has a theme? I've been trying to work backwards, like, okay, I have to write something humorous about this widget. What subtext can I find? And it's not working particularly well. Any thoughts? All right, so I do have thoughts about this. First of all, when you're writing ad copy, the subtext is pretty much always the same. The subtext is, buy this product. And so whatever you're making your audience laugh at, you want them to ultimately get the idea that, oh, I should buy this product. And that's one of the reasons writing ad copy is such a soulless undertaking, because that's what you're communicating. That's your subtextual message that you're sharing with the universe. Buy this widget. But if it's content for a blog or something like that, there's a little more leeway. So I helped found the Onion Labs, which was the ad agency in-house at the Onion. And what we would do is big companies would come and want to be partnered with the Onion to create a big ad campaign that they would run on the Onion website, and then they would also use elsewhere if they wanted. And we ran into this issue a lot. Obviously, the ultimate subtext of any ad copy is buy this product. But what we tried to do is make integrity kind of a part of the ad copywriting process, which isn't normally. And the way we did that was, if a company came to us, like Clorox Bleach would come to us, and instead of going to the team of writers and saying, hey, come up with ideas to sell Clorox Bleach, then you'd get a lot of soulless ideas about, yes, pure pain. You'd get a lot of soulless ideas about why you should buy Clorox Bleach. Instead, what we did was, went to the writers and said, write jokes about laundry, doing laundry, washing clothes. Then you're tapping into real emotion that the writers have. You're tapping into the zeitgeist of the team of writers that you have, which is what the Onion always does. And anything they might have to say about laundry that's funny, you're going to sift through all those jokes, and you're going to go through, find maybe the best 10 out of 500. And you're going to take those to Clorox Bleach and say, here are some ideas we have. And it might be a funny sketch about somebody doing laundry, somebody having an encounter with a laundromat, who knows. But you take that to the client, and then they see those, and they see the inherent, like, real soulful humor, the actual subtextual message from a real writer that's coming through these ideas, and that excites them, and they're like, oh yeah, we like this idea. We want our brand associated with that. So then they would slap their name on at the end, The writers, we don't have to make our subtext to buy this product, but obviously when they put their logo on the end, that's kind of the implicit subtext. But we've just made a funny skit about laundry. They happen to sponsor it and put all their weight behind it, promote it, etc. It's a win-win. So that was the concept behind Onion Labs, and I would recommend doing that for any idea where you have ad copy you need to write, or you need to write content for a blog, and you have a specific theme that they're making you focus on. Start making a list of general ideas having to do with that theme and what your opinion is about those things. We all have opinions, and you've got to have opinions about this. And once you have a list of opinions about whatever the theme is, or whatever the blog article is, or whatever the ad copy product is, then you can start moving those themes or those ideas, those opinions, through the 11 funny filters to see what kind of jokes you come up with. They might be on the nose related, they might be tangentially related, but either way, they're going to work. They're going to fit. And I find that the artist has a ton of leeway. So the comedy writer is in a really good position. If they write something really funny, the connection that it has with whatever the product is or the blog or whatever, it doesn't have to be rock solid. It can be pretty tenuous and it'll still work. People like things that are funny. So if it works, like however loose the connection is, you're good. And that's what I have to say about the topic. And I hope that's helpful. Amy, who wrote in with that question. And thank you, everyone, for listening. It's been a delight talking to you. If you want more tips on how to write comedy, visit howtowritefunny.com. I've got a lot of free resources for you there. And if you want to go deeper, you can check out my books on Amazon, How to Write Funny, How to Write Funnier, which is about how to write longer articles, How to Write Funniest, which is how to write in a group, how to manage a group. And then the new one is How to Write Funny Characters, which is for anyone who's telling a story or needs to introduce a funny character. I've got all your archetypes in there. And thank you, Hugh. Glad that was helpful. And thanks everybody else for watching. Again, have a delightful evening.